but they also possess the classic hamartia, or fatal flaw, of excess in character, which frees them from society's conventions, and thereby paradoxically sometimes empowers them to save civilization through their own anti-civilization methods. Often, tragic heroes appear as exuberant characters who cannot control their appetites, their arrogance, their egos, or their innate hubris. Thus, eventually, they descend into surfeit, and with it, ostracism and occasionally self-destruction. Or, in the case of the two survivors of the film, The Magnificent Seven, after ostensibly ending the outlaw threat to the farmers they've defended, they sigh, "We lose. We always lose." Usually, there are no second acts for such figures, a reality that now clouds the current rebirth of Trump's political career. In The Case for Trump, I suggested some 6 years ago that Trump would suffer from just these dilemmas of the tragic or anti-hero. He had been elected on an invitation to make America great again, a populist, nationalist, conservative message antithetical to the incumbent Obama's vision of a transformed America, but also often incompatible with the orthodox Republican agenda of the iconic Bush family and of recent losing Republican standard-bearers like John McCain and Mitt Romney. Trump advocated a stronger military, but not optional ground wars abroad. He would deter Iran, kill Qasem Soleimani, commander of the Iranian Quds terrorist force, and destroy ISIS, but not re-enter the Middle East quagmire. Instead, a Jacksonian don't-tread-on-me foreign policy for 4 years, more or less, kept the peace. Vladimir Putin's Russia had staged invasions of its neighbors in 3 of the last 4 American presidential administrations, but not under the supposedly reckless and uncouth Trump. China has serially threatened to invade Taiwan during the Biden presidency, but had not done so during the purportedly chaotic Trump years. NATO members bristled at Trump's crude bullying and badgering for greater arms investments, but more nations finally agreed to carry out their long-promised increases in military spending, and were later glad they had during the subsequent far more perilous years of the Biden era and the war in Ukraine. Trump downsized forces in Afghanistan, but did not, as Biden later would, flee in disgrace. Iran and North Korea, existential enemies of the United States, were quiescent in the supposedly reckless Trump years, but not so during the allegedly sober Biden tenure. Relative calm prevailed in the broader Middle East, as Biden's national security advisor Jake Sullivan wrote when he bragged shortly before the October 7 massacres that his Middle East portfolio was one of his quietest, a statement made about a region that would then almost immediately descend into atrocity, mass killing, destruction, and theater-wide wars. At home, the loud and sometimes crude Trump had bequeathed to his successor a secure border. Mexico and the cartels feared the unpredictable and volatile Trump, and therefore, for a time, they were deterred from sending millions of their citizens and transporting others through Mexico from countries around the world into the United States. Yet upon inauguration,